You have felt blocked from living a normal life your entire existence. You tried to go down the traditional 9 to 5 career path and you just couldn't hack it. You've struggled to do the same things that mainstream society finds joy in, like partying and heavy drinking, making small talk, discussing mortgage rates, and just live the path that most people walk of going to work every day and then watching TV at night and numbing out. You likely feel like the black sheep of your family and you've struggled to find your soul tribe. You often feel really lonely and probably feel more comfortable in the forest talking to trees than you do most people. If that is you, I want you to know that you have been blocked from a normal life for a reason. And that is because you're not here to walk the same path that 95% of people are here to walk. You are an old soul. You have been to this planet before, probably multiple times. And so this isn't your first rodeo here on Earth. Because of this, your soul contract looks different to other people's. You're not here to just exist as a human being for the first time, experiencing everything as it is new and just being able to glide through doing the bare minimum requirement it is for a human being. You have been sent to Earth again for a reason, to uplift humanity and be of service to Earth in some way. Now, usually when people think about uplifting humanity, we think about love and light spirituality. More often than not, old souls reincarnate on Earth with a mission that seems a lot darker. So your life has felt very dense, likely had to deal with a lot of really heavy shit like severe chronic illness, trauma, abuse, narcissistic and toxic relationships, being extremely isolated, financial breakdowns and financial crisis, and struggling to make money. Knowing that you are here to share your gifts, but just struggling to tap into what that actually is. And that's because old souls uplift humanity through being the disruptors and being the cycle breakers. It's very likely you're the first person in your lineage, in your family, to ever set boundaries, tell people how you really feel, say that you are not going to tolerate unacceptable and toxic behavior. And whilst all these things are empowering, they are also extremely uncomfortable if you're the first person to ever do them, because you are going to become the villain in other people's story. You are going to become the difficult person. You're going to be framed as the person who's causing all the arguments and causing all the disruption. But this is the mission that you have been sent here to do. And in doing so, you are literally changing your bloodline. You are doing exactly what your ancestors and the women in generations before you couldn't do. Therefore, creating a ripple effect for future generations to communicate with each other more healthily, to put themselves first, to prioritize self-care, to live with an open heart, to respect one another's boundaries, and be able to have those difficult conversations. You may also be the first woman in your lineage to ever choose to be single over an unhealthy relationship, to choose to walk away from relationships that are not serving you instead of staying in them like your mother, your grandmother, your great-grandmother would have had to because they had no choice. To wake up to the fact that most jobs are actually extremely controlling for a very little amount of money. And you're here to show people that you can do things differently, that you can be of service to other people by sharing your healing gifts. It's very fucking likely that you are the first woman in your lineage to come out of the woo-woo closet and to embrace your spiritual gifts, to be openly witchy and whimsical, and be open about speaking to your guides and your ancestors and tap into your psychic abilities. And it's not that the women before you didn't have these gifts. It's just they were so suppressed and it wasn't safe for them to express them. By you doing so gives a permission slip for the women all around the world to tap into that innate wisdom within them and stop being controlled by external forces because they're so connected to their intuition. You're here to reconnect with the natural rhythms and cycles of Mother Earth and bring them into your way of living. Because let's face it, most of society is completely fucking disconnected right now, plugged into phones, TVs, junk food all the time. By choosing to live your life in a different way, you are planting seeds of change with everybody that you meet. Whereas most people are here experiencing everything for the first time, you have lifetimes of wisdom stored within your cells, and your mission here on Earth is going to be completely individual to you. I cannot tell you what it is, but your soul is going to be whispering that to you on a daily basis. And it's going to be so easy to question, what is wrong with me? Why can't I just live like everyone else? I wish I was ignorant. In my next life, I'm going to come back as a normal person. But when you own the gifts that you are here to bring, your path will feel a lot easier. Once you stop struggling and you stop going against the grain and you stop trying to make yourself fit in to this lifestyle that is not for you. I tried my entire life to fit into the same model of living that my family did. I did the corporate jobs. I got the house with a partner. I tried to settle down. I tried to live and work like a man, answering to somebody else. And it took for me to literally become bedbound with chronic health issues for me to wake up to the fact that my soul felt starved. It was like trying to fit a square peg in a round hole. Like I was forcing myself to fit into this life that was just draining me of my spirit. And I'm sure you're going to have your own version of that, but it doesn't have to get to that point. It doesn't always have to get to the point of extreme burnout or extreme breakdowns. And I also don't believe that you have to completely escape the matrix. I don't even think that's a thing. I believe it's learning how to live authentically and be sovereign and true to yourself and the life that you want to live while still existing in society. Because the truth is, you fucking off to the forest isn't going to solve all your problems. You don't have to live life the way that everybody else is living it, but you do have to take ownership for the fact that you are here to live a different life and do everything that you can to make that life work for you. If something doesn't feel aligned for you, don't fucking do it. If you find yourself walking down a path that doesn't feel true for you, stop, do something different. Because the more you try and force yourself to do what everybody else is doing, the sicker you're going to become. The more that your soul will wilt, the more resistance you will come up against in terms of blockages, people and opportunities that are completely unaligned coming into your field. At this point in your journey, share your gifts, share your voice in whatever capacity that looks like, whether it's online, whether it's in real life. Do something every single day that is moving you towards the life that you want to live. Put yourself out there. I know it's so fucking easy to want to isolate yourself because you feel like you do not resonate with 95% of people, but your people are out there. You have to show them. You have to show up. You have to be visible. Keep your heart open and follow whatever that intuitive whisper is telling you to do, because that is your soul's calling and that is what is going to give you purpose. And that's what's going to drive you. Because without that anchor, you are just going to feel like you are flailing around earth without anything to tether you here. And you're going to wish that you could go back to your soul family and your star family off to the planet that you came from. But you're here now and you're here for a reason. So fucking own it.